Alrighty guys, good evening, welcome. How's everyone doing today? How are all of you? Let's get going here. Alright. Oh yeah, should we start with... Hold on. Yeah, we have a few things to do. We got some summons, the weekly revival summons. We have the Tempest Trials ending to watch. And then we have Rival Domains, since yesterday we had like 2 people sign up for it. Alright. How's everyone doing today? Happy Sunday. Kaizen, welcome in. Credit, welcome in. How are both of you today? Yeah, the Tempest Trials ending. Good, just been playing Genshin. Nice. How's everyone doing with their Binding Worlds or Hall Forms? Is anyone getting anything from Hall Forms? Beat part 3 of Sumeru Archon quest just a few minutes ago. Going for Nailu. I pulled Nailu and she's level 90. Wait, what's the max level for characters in the game? Alright, I did Milner Strike. Looks like we should win. Might as well use up my stamina here. Let's see, 7th stratum, 8th stratum. Wait, how many? Hold on, how many do I need? 5, 4, and 15 the rest of the way.
Let's go rescue my brother.
Next target is Nahida, but I had real bad luck with Nailu, so I only have 162 fates at the moment. Waiting for either Ayato or Kazuha rerun. Need Nahida for Nailu teams, and because I want to collect every arc.
I agree.
Yes. Let's go rescue my brother.
Alright. Think you should play Genshin? I should play Genshin. After Nailu, I need another Hu Tao for C1, and when Raiden returns, hoping for 2 more so I can get C2. Love Hu Tao, but her C1 is a skip for me. Not satisfied with having her. You guys went in for rival domains? Make sure you redeem Taniki, or not Taniki, Fae Brigade. We only have 2 people in right now. It's Yuko and Polar. Sniffles. Bum, bum, bum. Thank you, credits. I keep trying to get him to try it since he has an iPad and a controller to make combat better on mobile. Yeah, I do have a controller. It's got a layer of dust on it, though. Because, like... Okay, so I bought this controller so that I could play Final Fantasy VII on iOS, but with, like, a PlayStation layout controller with a stick on the bottom, a D-pad, and buttons on top. Then I'm like, you know what? I'm not enjoying this on iOS, so I'll wait till it comes to, like, console. And it did. So I bought it on Switch already. And I don't have a reason for this otherwise, so...
I cannot fall.
Also, Kaizen, you'll be happy to know I literally just now told Nikki, Azure Nikki, that she should try out Stanley Parable. Let's see. Hu Tao's one of my favorites. My main team is legit just Hu Tao, Zhongli, Yellen, and when I try brute force stuff with Hu Tao. I'm going for Kazuha C6. Need to consider our freedom sworn. You're not starting yet already means you can't get a lot of get alloy for free anymore. I don't know what that means. But yeah, so I have this controller. It's got a layer of dust. I need a better way to like clean dust off stuff because stuff does collect dust. Alright. I don't have cons on any limited 5-star, but I want them for Tao and Raiden. I have C1 Eula and C1 Kazuha. Don't know what any of that means. What is C1? Alright. Okay. Means merges the times you already pulled a character. Ah, gotcha. So it's like so C1 Eula is basically like a Eula +1. Don't have Kazuha at all. They keep putting him before new regions, and I don't like him enough as a character to pull before a new country, even if he's absurdly broken. Go up to C6 7 times before pulling said character becomes useless. Gotcha. I think. And then just an FYI for a heads up for this week. So I have marching band rehearsal on Tuesday, Thursday, and then our last competition Saturday. I still don't know what I'm going to do for stream on Saturday. It's a Pawns of Loki day, but it's also U of I. That's our contest at basically the University of Illinois, which is like 2 hours downstate. So, and we usually start rehearsal like super early that day. If I remember correctly, we start rehearsal at 7:30 a.m. or at least their call time is 7:30. And then we usually don't get. Actually, you know, I can probably pull up the U of I schedule. Let me see here. Illinois marching, or IL marching. Let's see. Let me see if I can find out when our performance is. Yeesh, some small schools start at 8 a.m. Oh my god. I cannot imagine like wanting to get up that early. Alright, so it looks like awards are at 8, which means if we leave like 8:30, let's say, we should be able to get home by 11. Oh, that's actually not so bad. Sometimes we get back at like 1 a.m., which is ridiculous. We're in 6A, which is like the largest schools, but we have like a tiny band. We are screwed. There's no chance we are placing. We're against Manuka, Niqua, Oak Park River Forest, Wabanzi, Sandburg, Warren Township. Yeah, we are dead last. Alright, but yeah, if you guys are here and want in for rival domains, again, we didn't do it yesterday because not enough people signed up, so we are going to try again today. Right now we have 3 people on the list. Refresh this page here. Yeah, we have 3 people. And then we have some summons to do, and we're going to watch this TT ending. Should we watch the TT ending now? Alright, TT ending. Life and Death 4. Rank 3,677. Didn't expect you to put up such a fight. You are different from the Princess Heir I knew. What has changed? Just as Ganglot granted you new power, so too I've been granted a strength beyond my own. Please, withdraw. Oh, she's being like merciful. I cannot. I know you have a kind heart. You were once the same person as the Alphonse I know. I do not believe you would fight solely for yourself, so you must be fighting for Thracier. What happened to Thracier? Let me face Ganglot. I will defeat her and free you from her grasp. Oh, look at her. She's like, I got it. I got you. Heir, that will not... Leaf and Thracier are where they are because of Mother. I cannot absolve myself of all responsibility for what happened to them. Leaf, you can trust me. I will make certain you are both freed. Oh, so like Thraceer's like either like a prisoner or she's like basically being used as like a bargaining chip. Like, oh, if you don't do what I say, I'll kill Thracier or something. You do not understand the promise you're making. Ganglot has inherited all of Hell's power. In terms of the number of dead she commands, she no doubt surpasses her former master. What faith can I possibly have that you will succeed? I want to free the 2 of you from her control. But not only that, I want to free the former denizens of the realm of life as well. To achieve that goal, there's no getting around a confrontation with Ganglot. You need not wait long. You are completely different. You are a completely different heir than the one I once knew. If I am different, my growth is all due to you. That is how I kept on living. Together with Tanuki, everyone around me helped me keep going. I can allow you one day, no more. Oh, thank you, Leaf. You'll not regret this. One day. Now we have to wait like a month for this one day. So all of Tempest Trials Life and Death 5 takes place over one day. Heir. I'm sorry for acting selfishly, Ymir. Though I am a princess of the realm of life, I am also the daughter of the realm of the dead's ruler. No, you're not. Didn't they establish that Heir is not actually Hell's daughter? She was just brainwashed into thinking she is. Isn't that the case? Is anyone still in chat? I cannot abandon them. I understand. This is the type of person you are. No matter what comes, I will support you. Together, we can surely attain victory over Ganglot. Thank you, Ymir. I am so glad to have you with me in this. Alright. She's Hell's adopted daughter still. Okay. But like not like blood daughter, right? Kaizen, I think I'm going to hard pity for Nailu. She still loved Hell. Okay, fair. But they're not like blood relatives, right? So, yeah. On 78 pity. Yeah, it's kind of like with like in Disney's Tangled. How like, you know, Mother Gothel raised Rapunzel. And even after she realized, hey, you're not my real mother. I'm the lost princess. And then she still had like like, you know, when she was when Pascal basically, which was pretty dark, tripped Gothel and she fell out the window, she was like, no, and she still referred to it as mother. So sorry, credits. I had to do like 80 pity both times 2. Oof. Well, that means if you have Kaizen luck, you're close. You have all these event recaps. All right, so we went to the ending there. Should we do our summons, or should we wait till hopefully more people come? Because we can't even do rival means right now. Do I have space for 2 summons? We need space for 5 anyway tomorrow, right? So I think it's space for 7. 7. Don't need that Soleil or that Sedet or that Effie. When do we get this? Oh, that's right. That was from Fate Pass. Laszlo. I probably have a speed Laszlo already. I'll have to go through and check all these here. Still have a 50-50? You can still be someone's parent without blood. Look at Star-Lord. His dad was awful, but he had a new dad who he cared for, even if his new dad also wasn't a great parent for him. Right, but in terms of, like, we're talking, like, the fact that, like, they're inheriting stuff from... Like, she actually has no, like, tangible connection to the people of the realm of the dead. I mean, yeah, she cares for them and she wants to do right by them to make up for what Hell did, but she's not a blood daughter in that regard. May you win the 50-50. I couldn't. I lose almost all of them, so maybe that means all my losses means wins for you. Maybe. My Asia has had a fun run. What? Alright, let's see. That makes 4 spots. Let's sort by origin. Don't need that Marth. Where am I at feathers wise? I'll keep that one. Get rid of that one. Luthier, Matilda. Bum, 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 bum. Again, we need to get rid of 7. That's 6. Alright, that's 7. That should be all we need. For now, at least. Hey guys, what blessing should I give Fallen Lilith? Because she has no blessing yet. I'm guessing whatever I give her, I should probably also give Fallen Minion. Chat, should I just merge these Ilyana into the formal one? Is there any reason to not? What does she have? Her base kit? It's just Bold Fighter. Which, I mean, I guess can be useful, but not, I mean, and like a lot of people have Iceberg, so I don't need it for that. Should I just merge the Ilyana? Leaves as their former princess, she has a responsibility. That I understand. But again, she's not like a blood ruler of hell. 14, lost 14 of 17 50-50s, and one of them I wanted to lose. Got Ito by accident after the chasm. Mad hate him? What? Ilyana doesn't have much outside of Fury Tome. And you hate Fury for some reason? Because you're damaging yourself. But like there's no reason to like use her for fodder, right? So you are stealing my 50-50. Hey, there you go. Guilty. Okay, anyway. So yeah, should I... What do you guys think? Merge Ileana? So I have 2 attack racins. They're exactly the same. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, what blessing should I give Lilith and Ninian? These 2 Benny are exactly the same. Bye. I think that's probably it. For now. Yeah. Imagine if health and fade is a good thing. You want to be low HP to trigger skills and nail strategies, but that just feels like you're harming yourself. Alright, so now we have space to summon. Hey, 2 orbs. Okay, now we gotta figure out who I have and don't have. On all my accounts. Is it just these 2 banners? Best strategy in the game is Gale Force. It's good because Wings of Mercy, which one of your units needs to be damaged to use. I mean, I have a Gale Force team, but I never use it. Pulling up the alts now. I remember I finished Binding Worlds on my alts. I technically already finished on my main, but I still have like, what, 5 days left, so I can try and get closer. Most of my units are, I think, around level 90 to 93 or something like that, but... Give Gale and Wings of Mercy on a Dancer. I think that's what I have. That's why Winter Bernie is such a good unit. She automatically damages your entire team by 1 HP, which allows units to use good skills or some preferreds at the beginning. I was leaving Mjolnir Strike on my ults now anyway, right? 3 attack. Attacks, then dances, that's what I do. Welcome in, Nuknut. How are you doing today? Nuknut, please help me explain to Christian that taking damage is a good thing in Fae on most units. I mean, I understand the strategy, I don't know, I just don't like the strategy. Because it takes on damage. Alright, summons. I gotta make sure I have space in these 2. Need 7 spots on all the accounts. Do this one first. Okay, so I have to get rid of 6 at least. Manage barracks. Create common manual. Get rid of that Cordelia. No one tell Dark Eye. Has anyone seen Dark Eye lately? It's good for when you need it, but also risky. This should probably be pretty good, pretty. Think of Vantage Paula. She's good, but if someone has HB, then she's done for. If you are not a tank, you want to take damage. It enables the best strategy in the game, and a lot of skills you need you to be damaged to work. And since fixed damage is a thing now, being in lower health is super dangerous. In my opinion, not worth. Yeah, I get that. Like it's a strategy that people use. If you're good at risk management, I guess. I mean, great, but I don't feel confident in that, so I rely on other strategies. Alright, the iPad needs to make 6 spots as well. Trying to explain that a weapon with Fury isn't worth it. I never said it was worthless. I just said I don't like the strategy. Like, you're not going to be seeing me use Fury strategies a lot. But all I'm asking is, since you can then run Fury 10 and get into Wings of Mercy range, that would be easier. Okay, but I'm not confident in my use of Wings of Mercy strategies. However, my original question was, should I merge the Halloween Ilyana, or is she worth keeping as fodder for something else? Because I have a Forma and I have 2 other Ilyanas. Let's see. Again, I gotta do this sideways. People are gonna be coming into the stream and be like, what's he doing? There are teams that you can't tank, where the only thing you can do to win is Gale Force them, in which case it's not going to work without Fury. Leave at least 1 Halloween Ilyana for the Tome. Okay. So I can do that. Triple Fury is super scary, but usually after 1 hit, they are done for, since receiving an attack will most likely result in a death unless. Let's see. I need to make 6 spots open. I have 3 so far. If you guys just came in, you can redeem Fey Brigade, guys. We don't have enough people yet for Rival Domains. Infantry bonus preferred, but not required. So again, Fey Brigade's channel point redemption, I think it's just 1 point. Get in on that, guys. so that way we can do it. We've had 2 people on the list since yesterday. 1 was added today. Just wait until we have enough to actually do it. Let's see, being on 1 HP doesn't make a negative difference if the enemy doesn't get a turn though. Enemy team relied on just gimmicks. Anything up against the CPU is good. I'm talking with Summoner Duel at this point as a point. Defensive Karen. But hey guys, look, it's a minus attack Merlinus. That's 10. That's all we really need to do. Hey, Bowshock! My friend won the title in her PPP. Oh, nice! Congrats to her. Kaizen says, I guess a save team with Medius and some cab busters. You either Gale Force or you lose. So you can't Canto for hit and run. You don't, or can't do splash damage from Bolt Tower. And tank busters mean you can't run saves. Talking about AR. Minus attack is optimal for memes on Merlinus, and you're not going to use Merlinus for anything other than memes. Dun, dun. If AR, then it just depends on the situation you're in. Can't really comment. If you guys just got here, make sure you again redeem Fey Brigade for rival domains. Infantry preferred. So infantry units like Kyria or who else did you have, Bowshock? Infantry units are preferred for rival domains. So make sure you redeem the Fey Brigade. Let me know. That's right, we don't need both these keys. I don't know why I'm being so picky on the iPad. I never play the iPad. Not really. It's always a matter of like, what if I wanted to? Let's see. Yeah, again, Royal Domains, guys. Fey Brigade. Eating chicken and pasta. Ooh, what kind of pasta? I eat chicken and pasta pretty often. We're just clearing space so we can do these summons, and then we have the new heroes banner tomorrow. Alfredo? Well, Alfredo's just cheese. But what kind of like pasta? Is it like fettuccine? I'm usually guessing most people pair fettuccine with Alfredo sauce. But I mean, you can pair it with anything really. Pasta's pasta. It's just flour. All the chefs and cooks in the chat right now are kind of like freaking out. What do you mean? It's much more than that. I'm hungry. I'm gonna get a snack. Is it pasta and chicken? But again, if you haven't done so, make sure you redeem for Fate Brigades. Let me know who your leads are. Infantry's preferred. And that's it for now. Alright, so we've made space on all the accounts for summons today and tomorrow. Now we gotta figure out who I have and don't have on this account. So, main account first. Okay, so we have Mia, Loot, and what's his face? Dorcas, that's right. Mia, this is regular Mia, right? Mia with the original voice actress. We have her. Pretty sure we have Loot. I guess so. Well, yeah, nothing. You gotta let me know your lead. Thank you for the posture check and hydrate. That's the first hydrate we've gotten in like 3 days, guys. Do you realize this? Does anyone realize this? It's the first time anyone's redeemed hydrate in 3 days. Bum, bum. That's right, we're checking for Dorcas. And Loot. Where's Loot? There's Loot. I have 3 of her. Dorcas. Got him. Should probably check the other phone while we're out of here. Mia, Loot, and I have a Halloween Dorcas, but not regular Dorcas. Well, no, he's infantry. Yeah, he's over here. So I have all of them on my phones. I'll throw up either Leon or Corin. Which Corin? Because I think Credit already has New Year's Corin. All right, let's see. We'll check the other banner first, and then we'll check iPad for both. Okay, so we have Flying Beast. Tibarn? I don't think I have Tibarn. At least not my main. Flying Beast. Oh, we just passed the beasts. No Tibarn there. I might have him on this one. I do have him here. Ophelia, I think I have like everywhere. Yep, got her on the main. Got her on the 10. Ooh, actually, I don't know if I have Makoto. Infantry staff. Oh, I do have her. I have 2 of her? What the hell? I don't have her here, though. So my main is missing Tibarn, my 10 is missing Makoto. You have Halloween corn? Okay. Yeah, so let me know which one you pick. If you drink too much water, you die. I don't want to kill you, so I don't redeem. If other people try to kill you with overhydration, that's on them. I must remain innocent from the legal standpoint. What about non-hydration? Just use Halloween corn? Okay. Alright, so 10 is missing Tibarn. Or sorry, main is missing Tibarn. 10 is missing Makoto. Let's check the iPad now for everything. So main, Tibarn. 10, Makoto. iPad. So we're looking for... Let's just look up all the reds first. So Mia and Tibarn. No Mia. What? Okay, what about Tibarn? We have Tibarn. Okay, so we have no Mia. Let's see. Loot and Ophelia. Should have both, I think. There's Loot. No Ophelia? Wait, what? I could have sworn I had her on here. Oh, she might be in the reserve barracks too. That's a possibility. Hold on. Norshido. No, she'd be a 5-star, and I don't have a ton of them here. I don't have any 5-stars in this one. Alright, well. So we're missing Mia. Missing Ophelia. Okay, Mia. Okay, Tibarn. Mia, Ophelia, Makoto so far. And then I gotta check for Dorcas and Makoto. We have Dorcas. And no Makoto. Okay, so main is Tibarn. iPad is Mia, Ophelia, Makoto. 10 is Makoto. Okay. Also, Agreement's tomorrow, right? Yes. Yeah, New Heroes is tomorrow. Alright guys, let's summon. So on this one, the iPad needs Mia. And that's it. So iPad's gonna go red. There we go, red. Alright, so I'll let chat vote for the main. So Mia, Loot, and Dorcas, right? Yes. New poll. Dorcas, left blue, Loot, right blue, Loot, and red is Mia, bottom blue, Loot. Alright, chat. Cast your vote for the main account. Are you going for Grima specifically, Nuknut? I'm probably going to go for Grima. Because apparently I'm told rearmed heroes are not in the general pool. Which, okay. But Air will be general pool. I mean, I would like to get her early. So it'd be nice if I can get everyone on the banner with my tickets. But priority number 1 is Grima. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. So I'm going to go for Grima first. If I don't get reds... Wait, no, Grima's colorless. Wait, no, wait. Hold on. What color is Grima? I forget now. Because Air's green. Grima's too much value. Colorless. Okay, Grima's colorless. Armor, right? Air's green. Phyla. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Blue. And then, what's their face is red. Gregor's red. Also, I want her because because I like final boss characters. Yeah, hers is, yeah, like, again, in terms of, like, especially in terms of, like, avatar characters, I think Robin's actually one of the more interesting ones. Because they didn't make her the main character, so they didn't make her as bland as a lot of main character avatars are. She's a secondary character. Or like a secondary protagonist. But cast your vote, chat. Which one are we pulling on the main poll? Ended. It doesn't show me a result. Did anyone vote? You guys know it takes time to type all this out. Main account. Green. Dorcas. Left blue. Loot. Right blue. Loot. Red. Mia. Bottom blue. Loot. We'll make it 2 minutes so that way if no one votes for the first minute, we still have another minute. Because I don't want to type this all out again. Heroes makes that possible. I like the idea of using unplayable characters in Fire Emblem. Oh, that's true, yeah. Sorry, I was busy typing in Genshin. I vote red. Alright, the poll's open again, so you guys can vote again. If you need to refresh, you can. Yeah, the 1 minute polls goes early. 1 minute polls go early. Putting plural on the wrong one. But yeah, it doesn't work as well if there's not too many people here. Someone joined my world for something, and I had to type a lot. Ah. We need new sub goals. Because I said at 100 subs we're getting Fay Pass, but we already have Fay Pass, so... maybe at 100 we'll renew it. But we still need other sub goals. Like... I don't know what. Maybe at a certain amount, What are some things that I said I would do on stream, but I haven't done yet? We got a trigger. We can do like, oh, he'll do that spending spree stream. I was supposed to do that over the summer. Never got around to it. But I mean, I have the money now, so yeah, especially since I've been working since August. What are some of the things I said I needed to do? Need to finish Age of Calamity. Need to buy Fatal Frame. What should we do on Halloween? Because right now, I mean, I still plan on picking up Bayo 3, but we'll see. That could change very quickly. They wanted some Nailu flowers. I had to tell them which ones are left. I already have her at level 90, so I don't need the others in my world. Alright, the chat... Oh, poll's still open for a few more seconds, guys. Cast your vote. Which one are we playing on the main? iPad's going to go red because we don't have me on there, but the 2 phones have everyone on this banner. On this one. The other banner's a different story. Chat picks red. Alright, so red on the main. And then let's do a poll for the 10. New poll. iPhone 10 alt colorless, which is nothing. Left blue for loot, which we have. Right blue for loot, which we have. Bottom left red. I can just say left red. Left red. Mia, which we have. Right red. Mia, which we have. Alright. Cast your vote, chat, for the iPhone 10. On Halloween, play Jackbox with audience and demand we try to make it Halloweeny. I could. Is Jackbox on Switch? Or is it better if I just do it on PC? Or is it a Steam only thing? Can I do it on just like a web browser? I need to farm Arena for weapon refinements. Ooh, yeah, get those items. All the Jackboxes are on Switch, I think. Okay. But aren't they like all different like collections of mini games? Like which one should I get then if there's multiple? I mean, we can always just browse through it right now. You need your phone or iPad to play as well. Correct, yeah. Yeah, I'm familiar with playing because I've done that on other people's streams. One was a piano streamer that was doing Jackbox for like one day, and I was like, all right, let's do this. I was pretty good at the robot rap one, the rap battle, the robot rap battle one. I don't know what it's called. But cast your vote, guys. We're about halfway through the poll on the 10. Which one are we pulling? We're doing red on the main and iPad so far. Ones with Quiplash are great fun, and there's some that aren't as good, but are monster or horror themed. Yeah, so I'm like, because again, they're all different collections of games. So I'm wondering which one you guys think would be best. But again, we can pull that up maybe sometime this week. Tomorrow I don't have Marching Band, so I'll try to make tomorrow a near day. Let's see. Well, no, it's gonna be a Fey day because of New Heroes, and I'm sure I'll have to do Forging Bonds. So yeah, tomorrow's probably going to be a Heroes Day specifically. Tuesday we have GHB, but that's really the only thing new in Fey that day. I mean, it'll be a late start to stream because of rehearsal, but maybe we can try and do near that day if we're doing Fey tomorrow. Wednesday we have a summon, special revival, the Lands Bounty, but that's it. Left, red. All right, chat. We had one vote from chat. Thank you. Best horror one is Trivia Murder Party, in my opinion. There's a pack that has that and Quiplash. Okay. Yeah, if you happen to know which one, let me know. Otherwise, we can just browse through it sometime. But yeah, if tomorrow's Fey, maybe Tuesday then. If we're doing, we'll just browse through the Switch eShop or something. All right, chat. All reds. Here we go. Let's get some Lilith emotes in the chat and do some summons for Mia. Hey, Polar. Did I miss Rival Domains? No. So we're going to be doing that soon here. How many people do we have so far? I think 4. Chat, if there's anyone in the chat that's lurking that hasn't gotten in for Rival Domains, make sure you do so. It's a infantry bonus, but we'll take anyone. Literally anyone. Boshak, are you here? Usually you have me put certain ones on yours that are actually infantry, so they could be good on this one. Thank you, Polar. Here we go, guys. Let's do some summons for Mia. Boom. Smoke on the phones, not the iPad. Got Hinata there. And hey, Polar, look who it is. It's Paula. And Olivia. Wait, who was the one in our community that had like a really good Olivia team, like all Olivias? They like had them all like +10 and really good skill sets and stuff like that. Anyway, next banner. So this one, I'm actually missing quite a bit. My main is missing Tibarn, so we're going to go for red on the main. We don't have red on the main. Swear to God. All right, let's do a poll on the main. All right. iPhone 12 main account. All right, top blue, which is Ophelia. Actually, I wouldn't mind you getting like a mini game, not mini game, but like a shortened game where it's like an awakening sequel where Ophelia goes back to Elise and discovers her heritage or something. I don't know. All right, left blue. Oh, because like didn't Odin, aka Owen, be like someday? All right, right. Colorless for Mikoto, who I have. Bottom colorless. If I can spell colorless, Mikoto. And green, which is nothing. All right. Cast your vote in the chat for the main account. Person in my world just helped me find a hidden chest. Nice. Man, I wish I had all alts plus 10, but a man can dream. Someday. Some people are nice if you let them hunt your flowers. That's usually how like Animal Crossing. Oh, that's another game we should get back to. Guys, it's almost New Year's. We gotta play Animal Crossing again. The last 2 times I played Animal Crossing were New Year's 2022 and New Year's 2021. Maybe I should play ahead of New Year's so I can actually set up the coffee place, so that way you guys can come in, share some coffee. Alright guys, cast your vote in the poll. Which one are we pulling for on the main account? And then after this, we'll do some rival domains. Right now, we only have 4 people in. Again, if you haven't redeemed, make sure you do so. What do I do with these, like, the white earpieces that I'm not going to use anymore? These were expensive. Cause like I bought the black ones because I tried them with the white. I thought it might look good, but it did not look good. I looked like a giant Oreo. Should I be anything for Halloween? It's getting to the point where I'm running out of time. I'm sure like if I were to buy one in a costume in a store, they don't have anymore. So there was that one year I went as Joey from Friends, wearing all of Chandler's clothes. So I literally just raided my closet and just put on all my clothes. It wasn't that hot. Maybe it was because it was cold that day. I don't know. You'd think with all those clothes on it'd be hot, but it wasn't. Oh, that was such a good idea. That was such a good last minute idea. Chat picked. Ooh, Carlos for Makoto. Interesting. All right. The iPad is missing both Ophelia and Makoto. So let's see what we can get here. So blue or colorless. Okay, we got 3 options there. So we're gonna do a poll on those 3 specifically. iPad alt. So top colorless for Makoto. Blue for Ophelia. How does my iPad not have Ophelia? Like all my accounts have like multiple Ophelias. Bottom colorless for Makoto. Alright, chat, cast your vote for the iPad. That poll is open now. You might need to refresh if you don't see it. And then we'll do a poll. My 10 is only missing Makoto. Let's see if we get colorless there. Okay, we got 1. So that we don't have to do a poll for that one. But on the iPad, we have 3 choices here. We have 2 colorless and a blue. We don't have either Ophelia or Makoto. So cast your vote on the iPad poll. I just bought this game, and now I'm kind of upset with Platinum Games and Nintendo. I mean, I'll probably still play it. This game's hard to get. Astral Chain. Did you guys all hear about this? Now, granted, Helena Taylor, the Platinum Juice. Have you not seen this? This has been all over social media. Like, I'm pretty sure it's been. I'm sure Helena Taylor's been trending. She's the voice of Bayonetta. Jennifer Hale, who's a pretty well-known voice actor, who's the new voice of Bayonetta in Bayo 3. She's been trending. Hideki Kamiya, who is like, you know, basically the guy behind the Bayonetta games, and he's like a big name at Platinum. And he's been pretty arrogant over the years, but he'll block anyone that breaks his rules on Twitter. Like if you are speaking to him in like English or I think or something, I can't remember. Or if you just rub him the wrong way, even a little bit, he'll block you. Or if you draw a fan art of Bayonetta without her mole, without her beauty mark, he'll block you. He'll then unblock you, tell you you didn't draw it right, and then block you again. But no, he made a comment in response to all this stuff going around, and then now his Twitter account is gone. Like I don't know, like it wasn't like suspended or anything like that. So a lot of the speculation is that either Platinum Games or Nintendo forced him to. You need to be off social media right now. Wait, who? Okay. Helena Taylor is the old voice of Bayonetta from Bayo 1 to Bayo 2 to Smash Bros to everything else. Jennifer Hale is the new voice of Bayonetta in Bayo 3. This all started when they announced that they were recasting Bayo for Bayo 3, and Jennifer Hale was announced as the new voice, and Helena Taylor. And they said Helena Taylor had conflicting, like I guess her schedule didn't work out or something like that. And then Helena Taylor said, "No, here's what happened, and you all need to boycott this game." And then, and the thing is, like, people are mad at both sides right now because Helena Taylor also is like, "Oh yeah, so I heard Bayonetta was recasted and this new voice actress. I wish her all the joy in the world and wish her all the parts, but she has no right to say she is Bayonetta, and she has no right to sign any posters or merchandise as Bayonetta." And I feel like that went a bit too far. And she's also saying to boycott this game, and if they make a spin-off starring Jean, to boycott that game. Guys, this is one person who didn't get their way, which I get that if it happened, if it transpired the way she describes it, it's a crappy situation. But there are a lot of people who worked on this game that had nothing to do with this, no knowledge of this transaction here, I guess. That they put a lot of hard work and care into this game, and for this game to do poorly for that reason alone, I mean, it's not going to do poorly, but if it were to do poorly for that reason alone, that's it hurts other people. So honestly, I have mixed feelings about like right now, like the thing is, like, Platinum and Nintendo probably aren't going to say anything, if at all. They're probably going to keep things very generic, and we probably won't be able to get much information out of it. I mean, I feel for Helena Taylor's situation, I do, but I feel like the way she handled it wasn't the best way. For my mental health, I want to enjoy pre-World War III while I can ignore Russia for a bit. No, I feel you. But yeah, so to summarize, I don't want to get too much into it right now, but basically, they announced the new voice actress and said, like, oh yeah, Helena Taylor couldn't do it because of conflicts or whatever. And then Jennifer Hale's like, oh yeah, I'm honored to be the new Bayonetta, blah blah blah. And then Helena Taylor, the original voice actress, made a video saying, no, that's not what happened. Here's what happened. I've voiced this character for over a decade, and to bring me back, I had to re-audition, which is understandable because voices change over time. So I re-auditioned, I passed with flying colors, and then they offered me payment. They offered me a contract that was insultingly low. So then she wrote to Kamiya and was like, "Hey, I've done a lot for this character, and I've done a lot for the company, and I feel like I'm worth a lot more than what you're offering." And supposedly Kamiya then was like, "Yeah, we love having you as a character. It was great meeting you before. We'll offer you $4,000 to voice Bayonetta in Bayo 3." And she thought that was insulting, even though that was already higher than what she was previously offered. But she felt like she was worth way more than $4,000 for the role, which a lot of people have come out saying like $4,000 is actually pretty standard for a character like Bayonetta, because like Bayonetta is not a long game, and I mean, Helena Taylor has said in the past that you can basically record all of the character's lines in basically 4 sessions. Which is about right, because I think someone did the math and was like, oh, one session being about 4 hours, that's for $250 an hour, that's $1,000 per session, and if you're doing it in 4 sessions or less, that's $4,000 max. But yeah, she's saying like, oh, I'm worth way more than $4,000, and they're like, well, take it or leave it. So basically, she was let go. The thing is, a lot of people are also saying like, oh, but Jennifer Hale's a very well-known voice actress. She would most likely command way more than $4,000. So like, that's weird that Platinum wouldn't be willing to offer the original voice of Bayonetta more if they're willing to pay Jennifer Hale more. But other people are also saying like, oh, but Jennifer Hale's union, so they have set rates or whatever. I don't know. I'll say the new VA has no right to say the new VA, or you mean the old VA has no right to say the new VA can't. She's the bad guy in this, from what you just said. Okay, I think she handled it the wrong way. Do I think that she probably is worth more than the $4,000, especially for everything that she's done for this company and for the character? Probably. And I do think it was, I mean, I'm sure, Platinum and Nintendo are neither of them are guilt free in that they're basically trying to lowball her. But I do think Helena Taylor is the way she handled it probably wasn't ideal. I mainly have an issue with the money claim she made. I mean, it's not that I don't believe her. I mean, I believe her in that it's like, you know, in terms of what I think transpired. I think Platinum, especially if Jennifer Hale is, you know, I'm not too familiar with Hale's work, but if she's as well known as I hear she is, she would most likely command way more money. So it's weird that Platinum and Nintendo wouldn't be willing to go higher than 4,000 if 4,000 is pretty standard. 4,000 is good. She's absolutely the villain for demanding too much if that's not enough for her. I mean, okay, so and there's people also saying like, oh no, if 4,000 is not enough for you, even though it sounds pretty standard, if that's not enough for you, then then leave the role. There's no need to, tear down the the hundreds or more people that have worked on this game and again have no control over this and boycotting the game would prevent their work from being seen by people. Also, what did the poll say? Hold on. Sorry. Getting distracted here. Oops. View results. iPad, you guys voted for blue for Ophelia. 1 vote, really, guys? Alright. Can we get some Lilith emotes in the chat? 2 Makotos and an Ophelia. That's the case of a guy who tried to demand 100,000 for resuming a minor role in a sequel. Yeah, for the voice actors that's eating well, she made claims that the company wasn't making millions in my head. It's like when where they're let's see, hold on. It's like where are these numbers coming from? Bayo is cool and all, but it's no Mario or Zelda was making. Bayonetta is a short game, so not nearly as much work as some games like Red Dead or something. So 4,000 would be good for something like Bayonetta. She refuses the work she can't get mad at the new VA. Yeah, again, I don't think she handled that part well. Again, as for all I know, as far as I know, is that Jennifer Hale was hired without having knowledge of any of this situation. She's literally just a hired actress and doing her job, just like Helena Taylor was. I don't know everything. Again, I'm sure there's various sides to the story, but based on everything I've read so far, it seems like Jennifer Hale, again, just hired VA, doing her job. Seemingly had no knowledge of it, and of course she's under NDA, so she probably can't comment too much on it. The way that she has been liking posts though that suggest that they do suggest that she had no knowledge of the situation and she's just doing her job, because I'm sure a lot of people are probably calling her out on Twitter as being the bad person for stealing the role or something like that. But again, she probably had no knowledge of it and is just doing her job. I think the Naga I don't have Twitter. Oh, this has been spilling way over Twitter. It's on all the news sites now too. Being mad at the company is maybe okay, even if it's her ego's fault for demanding too much. But I mean, again, she has done a lot for the franchise and for the character and for the company. I mean, Platinum Games is not, they're not. What's a good word? They're not all saints either. They've had their share of controversies, so. Mostly centered around Kamiya. Awkward. But yeah, okay, so chat, let's get some lithium emotes real quick for the summons, and we can do some rival domains. What time is it? 9:30? So yeah, but she's calling for people to boycott the game, even though, again, that's one person who didn't get their way. And I get that she's, upset, but I don't know if that's enough reason to tell people, hey, don't support this game that hundreds of people probably worked on, They poured their hours and care into developing and making all the artists and designers and engineers and programmers and everything. So, but we'll see. We'll see. I haven't seen a lot of people saying that they will boycott the game or cancel their orders. I've seen a few, but and the worst thing now too. I mean, not the worst thing, but in my mind, like one of the things that I'm really kind of disappointed is now a lot of fans are using this as an excuse to be like, oh, now it's okay to pirate Bayo 3. I'm like, no, dude, you were probably gonna steal this game anyway, and you're just using this as an excuse now. Bayonetta isn't a big enough character or a long enough game to warrant massive cash for voicing. This is her being immature. Again, I'm not too familiar with voice acting rates, and again, from what I've read from it, like other voice actors, is that 4,000 is pretty standard for something like this. Now, if she feels she's deserving of more, then sure. And like again, she originally got a lower rate, and then she contacted Kamiya, who then said, "Okay, we'll offer you 4,000." Which, if that's pretty standard, okay. Now, if she feels that she should have gotten more on top of that, if she feels like maybe that 4,000 should have been the base and she should have gotten more than that, fine. But if they're not going to give you that, then you have the right to walk away from the role. The character doesn't belong to her, and then she can't like claim like, oh, other voice actors can't claim it's theirs, and yada yada. Played out more as a selfish request than a movement. Again, I assuming everything transpired the way she says, I feel like she might have felt like she is deserving of more, which is fine, but then I feel like if she didn't get more, I feel like she handled it maybe not the best way. Also, her behavior makes me want to buy the game more. Is there no point in boycotting the game? I mean, okay, so I mean, you could look at it from different angles, but here's the thing: boycotting the game, it is a Nintendo published game, and it already has a massive marketing budget, so people are gonna buy this game. So not buying the game like here or there is not really gonna put that much of a dent in it. I mean, it might put a noticeable dent in sales if you could kind of maybe somehow figure out what it would have been, but in the grand scheme of things, it's probably not gonna cause that much of a dent in sales. But the other thing too, though, is that like by saying, oh, boycott this game, you're basically making not only just Platinum Games or Kamiya out to be the bad guy, you're making all the people that worked on this game seem like their game is not worth buying anymore. Especially now, since a lot of people are using this as an excuse to pirate Bayo 3, which, again, I guarantee these types of people probably would have stolen the game anyway, and now they're just using it as an excuse to be like, oh no, it's okay. She's totally allowed to walk away if she doesn't like the deal, but getting mad at new VA, yeah, that part I think everyone is largely in agreement. I mean, maybe not everyone, but largely in agreement that was probably a bit too far, because again, most likely she knew nothing about this situation, and she had nothing to do with like Helena not getting the role or anything like that, or not getting enough money. She's just literally a hired VA, knew nothing about it going in, and now people I'm sure are treating her like crap on social media, being like, oh, you stole the role, blah 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 blah. So again, there's a lot of sides right now, and I don't think we have all the sides of the story, because I'm sure Platinum and Kamiya, well, we have some idea of where Kamiya stands on it, because he basically responded to, so Helena posted 4 videos explaining the situation. If you want to watch those videos, I'm sure you can find it somewhere. But after that, because again, she called out Kamiya for, saying like, oh yeah, you're definitely worth more, and it was great meeting you, we can offer you 4,000. And then she said like, but that's insulting. And she's basically, it basically comes off as now she's trying to destroy his career as well. Hold on, what's my point? But yeah, I'm sure you guys can find it. Getting mad at new VA, calling for boycotts makes her the bad guy here. I'm legit gonna buy the game now just because of her. It's now probably my December purchase. Boop. Optic, welcome in. How are you doing today? I'm just waiting for someone to post some little emotes in chat so we can do our summons here, and then we're gonna do some rival domains. If you want in for rival domains, it's infantry week, so those are preferred, but we'll take anyone. But yeah, let me know who your lead is. Hey, Bernadette fan, welcome in. How are you doing today? If you want in for rival domains, guys, it's infantry week, so redeem the Fey Brigade redemption, and we'll get you in. Again, infantry units preferred. Thank you, Polar. Here we go, guys. Summons for Makoto and 1 Ophelia. Boom. Let's see what we get. So I got a Cypher pack the other day, and oh my god, I got nothing good. Really? You're supposed to get at least like 1 good card per deck at least, or per pack. Alright, we got 2 things to smoke, but it's just 4-star Subaki and Kaze. Oh, and bet infantry is just regular movement unit, right? Yes. Yes, regular movement unit. So if you guys want in, let me know. What was good? Okay, well, that's, yeah. Good. No, I get you. I get you. Yeah, so we were doing some summons, getting ready for rival domains, and then we were talking about that whole Bayonetta fiasco that's basically unfolding right now on social media. Again, like I said, Camilla was trending on Twitter, Helena Taylor was trending on Twitter, Jennifer Hale was trending on Twitter, Bayonetta, even Astral Chain was trending on Twitter because it's made by Platinum Games. But yeah. Alright, no good summons today, guys, unfortunately. But tomorrow we have new hero summons. Let's see, you looking for any specific colors for infantry? Right now, not really, but I mean, we'll see what we can go. Let's start setting that up. So we'll do this on the iPad and the main. Rival domains, rival domains. Okay, I gotta finish my limited hero battles. Let's set this up. Goes in tonight, guys. It ends tonight. Fiasco, what happened? Okay. We'll go through it again. I'll summarize it. Basically, a few days ago, word got out. There were reports, and they were confirmed by Nintendo Platinum, that the character of Bayonetta had been recast for Bayonetta 3. The original voice actor from Bayo 1, Bayo 2, Smash Bros, and every other like little spin-off or little side thing here and there, Helena Taylor, was said to have not been available due to conflicts. So Jennifer Hale, apparently a well-known voice actress, was given the role instead. Jennifer Hale was like, "Yes, I'm honored to be playing Bayonetta." Yada yada yada. And then yesterday morning, was it yesterday morning or was it? Yeah, it was yesterday morning. Helena Taylor, the original voice of Bayonetta, posted 4 videos on her Twitter, basically explaining her side of the story. That was saying like, no, that's not what happened. I was not available, or I was not available. I had plenty of time. She's saying that she was initially asked to re-audition for the role, which is normal because again, voices change over time. She's played the role for over a decade now. She was asked to re-audition for the role. She passed with flying colors, and she was then offered a rate that she considered very low. So she went to Camilla, the producer of the series, and was like, "Hey, I've done a lot of things for this character and for this series and for this company. I feel like I'm worth more." And then Camilla was like, "Yeah, you've done a lot for us. It was great meeting you before." And then he offered her $4,000 for voicing her in Bayo 3, which Helena Taylor considered insulting. So she basically said that's not enough, and then basically she was passed on, and then the role was given to someone else. Now, according to what I've read online from other voice actors that were kind of weighing on the situation, 4,000 is pretty standard. So, obviously, whatever she was offered before that was even lower, but 4,000 is pretty standard. So basically, she's looking for more on top of that. The thing is, though, in her video, she now is calling for people to boycott this game because they didn't offer her more money, and she also tried to make Jennifer Hale out to be the bad guy and saying like, "Oh yeah, I wish her all the the joy in the world, and I wish her all the parts, but she has no right to say she is Bayonetta or to sign merchandise as Bayonetta," which I think most people agree probably went a bit too far. Because again, Jennifer Hale, she's a hired voice actress. I'm sure she had no knowledge of the situation. Actually, the tweets that she's been liking, she can't talk because she's under NDA. Which, by the way, Helena Taylor is also likely under NDA, and she is breaking. I'm sure she is breaking NDA to basically tell her side of the story. Which, I mean, she still has other things that she does. She is an actress, and she does direct things and stuff like that. But I'm sure that. This is going to make her voice acting career a little bit difficult in the near future. But yeah, you guys can read all about it on Twitter and various news sites. So I don't want to... Because again, a lot of this on my part is just either speculation or things that I have read from other people who might know about the situation. But and then anyway, in response to her videos, Camilla over at Platinum, I mean, he's been a pretty controversial figure in the past anyway. Like he'll often block people on Twitter for very little things, but he basically responded to her and essentially called her ungrateful and a liar and things like that. And then within a few hours, his Twitter account is gone. Like, it's not been suspended or anything like that. So a lot of people are speculating that it was either Platinum Games or Nintendo that was like, you need to get off Twitter. Mono Geo. OVA is almost certainly going to get blacklisted for this. Oh yeah, let me go change my unit from Edelgard to something else. Yeah, okay. And then redeem the Fave Brigade and let me know if you want to put yet in. Bernadette fan, how are you doing today? Would you like to get in for rival domains as well? Let me see who we've got so far, and then we can kind of figure out this list. So Yuko put in Libra. Let me update friends. And then Polar had Paula. Let's see, Libra. Where'd you go? Libra. And you said Paula. Yeah. And I'll make it bigger on the screen here because the iPad's still small. But I'll make it bigger in a moment. Paula. Libra. And then we had... This is being slow, hold on. Okay, complete. New Year's Corn for credit. New Year's Corn is Carlos, right? Ooh, there's two people with it. Pokemaster and then... Oops, I'm assuming this credit. Come on. There you are. Okay, so let's go... We'll put you there for now, unless we decide just to go Red Blue Colorless. Red Blue Green Colorless repeating. And then Corn in here. And then... Nucknewt said a Halloween Corn. What color is Halloween Corn again? The new one? Summer Noir. She's colorless, right? So actually, let's do that now. Let's do Corn up there, and then we just basically go red, blue, green, colorless, repeating. There, and then yeah. What's the new? Hold on, let me check on my pen here. She is red. No. Blue. Unless you're talking about male corner screen. Nothing says blue. Okay, so blue. Let me update again, just because I know. Bernadette fan. Got in here. Green. Well, Nucknewt's using female, it looks like. There you are. Wait a second. Oh, that's McGurger. I was like, you have a +10 already? McGurger has a +10? Oh, wait, no, that's right. They came in here on chat and said so. All right, so there's Nucknewt's. So blue. And then, are you on the iPad? I think that's you. Yep. And then Bernadette fan is next. Summer Noir. Is that you there? Yes, it is. And then are you here? And then Optic says, put the unit as Legendary Dimitri. Update. Is it this one? It's Dango Fam. And make sure you guys do a battle to get an update if you haven't done so. I don't know. Are you on the main? I thought you were on the main. This is Tuesday. Optic, I don't think you did a battle yet. Yeah, I think you did, because I'm pretty sure you're on my main account at the very least. So make sure you do a battle to get its update. Need to level up and build up my infantry units. I don't feel like changing leads, sorry. I mean, again, it doesn't have to be infantry, Kaizen. If you just let me know who it is. Hate towards English VAs tends to happen. Her career is very likely over now, at least in notable roles. Again, this is most likely in her voice acting career. But again, she does do other things. But she did mention that, because if you look at her IMDb, she literally hasn't been credited for anything beyond Bayonetta in a long time. So, let's see, breaking NDA and calling for boycotts, abusing her audience, and starting a hate campaign towards another voice actor and calling for boycotts, all for your own ego. Most big studios are never going to be willing to work with her again. Let's see, hate towards the English VA since it happened by FF Lin. Is that this one? It's Jen. All right, so let's get you in there. Wait, so what do I have to do? My BM a little what? So once you set who'd you say? You said you set Dimitri as your lead. Yeah, let's turn to Dimitri. Once you set them as your lead, make sure you do a battle. It could be like you know, a training tower battle or a GHB battle. But you have to do a battle so basically it just forces it to update online so that I can see your lead. And then we'll get let's see, Kaizen might let us know their lead. You can use Beetle if you want, but she'll just steal kills. We'll make it work. And we'll get Boa Shock in there. Oh, Boa Shock, I think you're on my friend list already, so I think you're good there. We just have to get you in. Can you do the redemption thing so I can just go through the list in order? So it's a Bay Brigade redemption. Polar, it's a VA starting a hate campaign for her replacement. It's not just people preferring Japanese. Yeah, these are both English voice actors. What I was trying to say was English VAs hating other English VAs since it happened. Again, Jennifer Hale, as far as we can tell, she had no knowledge of this in the ahead of time when taking the role. Again, she's just a hired VA and just doing a job, as far as we can tell. There's a courtesy, you know, in the voice acting industry where if the original voice actor is available, that generally speaking you don't take over the role unless they publicly pass on it. Y Brigade, just so it shows up on my list and I can go in order, so I can make sure I add people in the order they redeem. Right now I'm just waiting for Optic to get their... Did my battle? Okay, let me update and see if you're showing up. Let's see. There you go. See, now we're getting some... There you are, Optic. Okay, so get you in there. And I don't know, are you on the iPad? I can't remember. It's Tuesday, and there you are. Yeah, so you're on the iPad. Perfect. And then... Those you, right? Yeah. And then Boa Shock, let's get you in here. Kyria and Lynn. Kyria and Lynn. Kyria and Lynn, is that you? Yeah. FF Lynn? Final Fantasy Lynn? No, I think it's like Fire Festival Lynn. Alright, anyone else? I know Kaizen. Yeah, if we put you right in this spot here, you might steal kills. Maybe we'll put you right here. So that if we bottleneck, we'll bottleneck it with the infantry units first. Here we are. And then we'll do it on the iPad. Here we are. Do we know if you need a different color? No, we seem to be pretty balanced right now. Old VA chose to leave, so she no longer gets to get mad at others for voicing the character. If anything, the new VA has more of a right to sign stuff as Bayo than the old one who left the role. This is on her. She made a decision, and this is the result of her decision. Again, if you guys want to watch her videos to kind of get an idea, I think Nintendo Everything and Go Nintendo both have posted like full summaries of everything that's transpired so far. Again, it came out I think about last week or so that that they were recasting the role. And then Jennifer Hale was confirmed as the new voice, and Jennifer Hale did make a few comments being like, oh, I'm honored to be playing the role. But then yesterday, Helena Taylor released her videos, 4 videos on her Twitter. Kamiya then responded on his Twitter, which is now gone. Like, the actual account is gone. BA of what? Bayonetta. So, Bayo 3 comes out on the 28th. I'm sure Nintendo's PR people are loving this. And again, Platinum Games has not been clear of controversy either over the years. All right, anyone else for rival domains? We actually have a good amount now, a decent amount. But if no one else is going to join here, we can always fill in the gaps. We'll probably bump up Boshock's and Boshock's Lynn and Bernadetta fans Noir up, so that they're in the top 8, so that we don't have to rotate, and we'll put Kaizen up as well, just outside the top 8. Wait, my legendary female Byleth? Oh, is this on a third account? Female Byleth is no blue, right? Blue. Is it this one? No, that's Jonah Alex. Yes. Okay. So are you sending me a friend request? New request probably can't go on my main, but we can get you on the iPad. Let me check here. So the iPad is the third number. Okay, guys, if anyone in chat is wanting to add me, you can add my iPad. It's that third number. Boshock just pulled up the friend code list there. The third number has plenty of space. My 10 also has plenty of space. The second number, but we never play on that. Send your friend request on main. My main is currently full, Boshock, but we can accept you on the iPad. So send me a request on the iPad. If there was a case where they replaced her without telling her, I'd be on her side. Yeah. Although, again, the attacking the other VA who had nothing to do with this probably still would have maybe a little hesitant there. If she chose you because you wanted more money, that then is reasonable for a role like that. Again, I feel like, okay, I would have agreed that, okay, if 4,000 is standard, she probably could have been justified in asking for a little more. That being said, she was offered less than 4,000, made her case to Kamiya. Kamiya offered her 4,000, which was an improvement over whatever she was offered at first, but she considered that to be insulting, so she didn't take the role. Probably comes before the fall. Again, if you guys want to watch the video, because again, I could be maybe explaining things maybe like not 100% accurately, so if you guys want to watch it on your own, it's on Helena Taylor's Twitter, which I think is her. Oh, let me see, because I know some of you guys are trying to avoid Twitter. I think at least 2 of you in chat mentioned you didn't want to be on Twitter. Her Twitter is literally twitter.com/Helena Taylor. HELLENA TAYLOR. So if you just want to literally pull up her Twitter, you can watch. Again, there's a part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. Although part 3 seems to have gotten separated from the others, because I think she posted it as a separate tweet. Because it's not showing up in order if I just pull it up. No, it is showing up. Maybe, I don't know. Oh no, I think she replied to part 2. She replied when she posted part 4. She did it by replying to part 2, so it's not showing in order because of that. But anyway, how many accounts Boshock? I don't know. I mean, I've got 3. Send your friend request on the iPad. Okay. This is worse than a VA for Dub Ladybug. All right, there you are. Accept. Dun, dun, dun. All right, anyone else for rival domains? Because otherwise we are going to fill in the gaps here. 50 friends. We have 3 now. Like me. Alright, is this you? Yep. Okay. Color thread blue. But we are going to ship some over here. Alright, last call for anyone else before I start shifting people over and around and stuff. Off topic, but does anyone here play Genshin and is willing to let me steal 3 red crests from your world? If I was playing Genshin yet, I would. Oh, by the way, chat, we need to... Okay, does anyone know the exact date Dragalia Lost ends? Because we need to figure out a day where it's just like literally all Dragalia, so I can finish the last like 3 or 4 chapters or whatever I missed, as well as basically replay all the face stuff so we have record of it like on stream, and then I also have to record it off stream for my own self, so because I can't do a screen recording in the full iPad resolution without I can't do it all on stream. Let's see, at the next PPV I get my rematch. Nice. I just did. Off topic, I read that. I need 3 more to level 80 my Candace. Thinking about starting a 4th account. I mean, I thought of starting a 4th account, but yeah. What server? Alright, no one else? No one else, no one else, no one else? Alright, let's start filling these up. And at 3 accounts. Also, my Hilda plushie said hello. Hello! What if the Hilda plushie started their own account? North America. Alright, so let's sort by move type and level. We're going to infantry now. Okay. And then let me bump up Bernadetta fan and Boa Shock. And actually, no, before we do that, hold on. Let's fill these up, fill up the gaps, and then we'll bump them up. So that way I know I have like a balanced amount of each color. She's playing Nier Automata. I'm really enjoying the game so far. Although to be fair, I am playing on easy. Stuck on EU for now. Got Eula's story quest. Dressed up as 2B. Nice. I mean, I haven't grown attached to the character yet. Because, like, I mean, I haven't had a lot of cutscenes, right? To kind of like explain the character's origin. Was 2B a character in the original game at all? Or no? Can someone, without spoiling anything that would be spoilery of the first game, can anyone summarize the first game? Like, is this an actual, like, direct sequel? Is it like another story in the same world? Or, because I have no idea what the first game is. Like, when I first heard about this game called Nier coming to PlayStation back in the day, I mean, I had, like, I don't remember any, like, commercial or trailers, but I did get, like, I did see some of the marketing for it, and I was like, okay, it seems like this type of game, yada, yada, yada. And based on that, which is, again, very little, this game seems nothing like what I expected out of the series, so. I don't think 2B was in the first. Okay. On Friday, she's going to dress up as Black Adam. Same world, different story. Okay, same world, different story. Gotcha. Thank you for the hydrate. I think it's a Xenoblade kind of thing. Loosely related, but the cast is different. Gotcha. Alright. Let's fill in these gaps here. I'm going to go for... Let's get the reds first, since we're here. Actually, no, hold on. Let's put you there. I want to see if we can get a non-sword, non-mage. Don't have a ton of options, though. Actually, they're not great at all. Okay, let's put you back there. Alright, I think it's a Xeno... Or that... okay, let's see. Blue... Let's see, we have Dragon, Lance, and Lance so far. Greens. pretty impressive Orochi right there. Carlos. Alright, does anyone remember what new orb count is for Forma packs? Let's find out. Shop. Forma soul pack with bonus. 70 orbs for 30 bucks. Hey, Sunita, welcome in. Would you like in for Rebel Domains? We are looking for infantry if you have one. Sorry, let's see. What I can say is that Nier is a very distant future from the PS2 game Drakengard. Maybe that's what I saw. No, but because again, I when I heard about this Nier game, I knew nothing about it. Actually, I didn't hear about Drakengard like until recently, so I didn't know it was like a spin-off. But anyway, I heard about Nier coming to PS2, and I do remember seeing something that looked like dragons, and I was like, okay, so it's this type of game, blah blah blah. And Automata seems very different from what I remember. Between Automata and Replicant, the Replicant takes place in the before Nier. Okay, yeah, so Replicant's first. I got that part, yeah. Sorry for the late reply when my brain was processing between Portuguese. Oh no, you're fine, you're fine. I'm gonna have to buy one because Grima did find that church 2 years ago as a parody, or did found that church 2 years ago as a parody of the Church of Cerro Sephiroth. Are you aware that Persona is an SMT spin-off? Me, yes. Actually, I was reading about it today because I was still curious about like Persona 1 and 2. I was like, why are we always getting 3, 4, and 5? So I did read about that today. Now, am I correct in understanding Persona 3, 4, and 5 are actually the 4th, 5th, and 6th games of the series? I'm hearing that there's a Persona 2, the subtitle, and then there's another Persona 2 with a different subtitle that's a separate game, but for some reason they're both called Persona 2. Can someone explain that? The funny thing is that Persona is better than Shin Megami, in my opinion. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean that happens a lot of times where like a spin-off becomes like really good. You know? Do you guys know that Frasier is a spin-off of Cheers? Actually, the number of spin-offs from like TV shows is actually kind of crazy. Like Mork and Mindy is a spin-off of what was that spin-off? Happy Days, I think. What, no way? Wait, what are we no waying about? The Frasier thing? Or the, let's see, Persona 1 and 2 are kind of the black sheeps. 1 and 2 don't have the social link system, which is what draws a lot of people to the Persona games. Persona 2 is Fates. Okay, so it had like, so it was one game, but like 2 halves of it. Gotcha. Because I was reading, I was like, Persona 3 is the 4th game in the series. I'm like, wait, what? Gotcha. Okay, no, I get it now. Alright, but anyway, Sunny Eater, would you like in for Rival Domains? It's Infantry Week, let me know. Simblupa, how are you doing today? Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? We've been playing Nier a lot lately, so I'm guessing that's why a lot of people haven't been coming by. Yeah, like no one comes to the Nier streams. We're doing Fate tonight, because I started later than I thought I was gonna, because I forgot I have to do stuff for Band on the day after Band to get all the videos done. Did anyone know Joey's a spin-off of Friends? I like 1 and 2 because of how dark it is. Yeah, I've not seen them at all. I have tried Shin Megami Tensei 4 at a E3 demo back in the day. 1 minute. Oh, no worries, no rush. Simblupa, you finished Age of Calamity. You have finished a game that I have yet to finish. I was actually talking about that earlier on the stream. I was like, we should probably finish Age of Calamity. And what else do we say we should do? I should do that $1,000 shopping spree stream. We were talking about basically stuff like if I were to make more sub goals. Because originally we had a goal of like at 100 subs I would buy Fate Pass. But Kaizen already bought us Fate Pass, so that's not a worry right now. I mean, in your streams, once again, you call me nobody. I'm sorry. Kaizen comes to the streams, guys. But I mean, like, okay, so normally for like face streams, we'll have like, you know, 10, 15 people, maybe 20. Usually on like trailer reactions, it's closer to 20, 25. But for like the near streams, it's usually like 5, maybe 10. I've been fine, grinding the heck out of Age of Calamity. What are you playing next now if you finished Age of Calamity? Are you gonna be playing anything new that's come out recently or coming out soon, or are you gonna try and play another old game? Can you update? Myself is ready. Okay. Update. Let's see. I can't remember if you're on one or both of my accounts. Let's see. I think you're on the main. Let's see. Self. My son and Karaka. Which one's you? And then the iPad. Oh, there you are. I'm guessing you're Sun Eater. All right, so you're on my iPad. Oh, okay. So my main probably doesn't have space for you. Light Blessing. Gotcha. Okay, so you're this one on the iPad. So we'll get you in here. We're probably going to bump you up because there's no one in this spot right now. Let's see. You called me a nobody in a Stanley Parable stream. I'm not from Kingdom Hearts. Wait, is there a character named Nobody? Also, I've not played Kingdom Hearts because people have been telling me not to get the cloud version. But then, like, how am I supposed to play it? It's not on Switch physical yet. It would be great if we got a physical release of Kingdom Hearts. Also, my lights are starting to dim. We gotta get going. All right, so we got you on the iPad, and then we gotta start to fill in these gaps here. Oh, that's right. Okay, so the main setup. So now we're gonna bump up the ones that we said. So we're gonna bump up Bernadetta Fan and Boa Shock, and then we're gonna bump up Kaizen as well. Switch these two. That way we don't have two greens next to each other. Nobody is a type of person in Kingdom Hearts. Not a person's name. Oh. Okay. A type of person. Alright, iPad. Let's fill in these gaps. Greens. Let's see, so far we already have an axe. Try and get a non-axe. Actually, we don't have any other non-axes. Alright, well, then... let's go Warsi, and then... let's see. You okay, Kaizen? Also, imagine crossover fanfic Awakening and Fates and Treehouses and Treehopes for the Age of Calamity. Oh, like another Warriors game. I'm about to do something I've never done in Genshin. I'm kind of scared. Like what? I'll try to join Rando's worlds to see if they'll let me take 3 red crests. I mean, someone might be nice. I mean, do something nice for them and then see if they'll let you. Okay, let's see. So we got Sun Eater in. Oops. There we go. I need to go through colorless here. All right, and then another blue. I need 2 reds. Okay. Let's see. DM me your ID. I'll open Genshin. Hey, there you go. Too bad I wish I could commission that. Oh, no. You'd have to, yeah, pitch your idea to the developers over at Team Ninja / Koei Tecmo. But yeah, Simblupo, what are you planning on playing next? Are you planning on playing a game that's already out that you maybe haven't played yet, or are you planning on waiting for something that's coming out soon? Alright, chat. Make any changes you need to. I'm going to update here, and we're going to go. This is normal mode to start. We'll do predictions on the harder 2 difficulties. But let's see how we do. You like an artist, like fan art? No. You actually have to pitch an idea to the developers, because these are established IPs. You can't just make a game on your own with it. All right, here we go. Let's go, guys. Drawing a Genshin Impact character? Nice. I don't know any Genshin Impact characters. I mean, I've heard some names that I would recognize if people mention, because people talk about it all the time. But offhand, I don't know any myself. Alright, here we go, guys. We're off. Korn taking on Null. Whose Korn was that? Was that, I already forgot. Also, Fire Emblem and Zelda series crossover would be cool, but I don't know why Nintendo never does it. Because it wouldn't make sense, really. Yeah, because Zelda's always about, like, basically, like, predetermined fate and, like, you know, the hero of courage always defeating the hero of power to save the princess of... What's the courage, power, truth? Is it truth? Wait, I'm showing you some characters like Child and Hu Tao. See, like those, I would recognize those names if I saw it, but off the top of my head, I couldn't remember those names. Now, once I played the game, I'll probably remember some of them. Hey, we're taking the camps. All right, calling Corin against Julian, Dimitri against Julian as well. Tine, we're going down. Uh-oh. Camp is vulnerable on the iPad. Don't leave it vulnerable. Again, if you guys weren't here earlier, so the plan for this week right now, I do have late starts on Tuesday and Thursday because of Marching Band. And then Saturday, I literally don't know when I'm going to stream yet. I'll have plenty of time to stream an IRL stream on Saturday, but I probably won't be back until about 11 p.m. So we can do either a really late normal start or normal stream, or I can do a longer stream IRL. But the thing is, though, like, we've done this in the past where I tried to stream from the bus as it's driving down to UI, but because we keep switching cell towers, it's not a great streaming experience. So I don't know, maybe I could try to do an IRL stream, but if it doesn't work, we can just do a normal stream when I get back home, because apparently we won't be back super late. Sent. Sonic Frontiers, I guess I'll play that next. That's not even on my radar right now, because it doesn't look very good. Maybe kill my female Kamui to Riken. Oh yeah, Ricken's coming out soon, guys. Does that start Tuesday? Because the GHB... Let's see. Yeah, GHB is on the 19th. No, sorry, Tuesday, 18th. But the new characters otherwise are going to be tomorrow, and then Ricken will be on... Well, no, Ricken's in the 3... He's not the GHB. Cervantes is the GHB. Ricken's in the 3 and 4 star full starting tomorrow. That's right. Hope it's Nailu. Don't know if it's Nailu or not. Kaizen got a 5 star. Alright, that. Okay. Alright, time to turn around. Alright, guys. If anyone needs to make any changes to their lead, like skills or whatever, feel free to do so. Or if you want to change the character, feel free. But we're going on to hard mode. We're gonna rotate. Actually, no, we don't need to rotate because we don't have enough people to need to rotate. Oh, actually, let me bump up some people on the iPad. I forgot to do that. So we're gonna bump up Bernadetta fan. We're gonna bump up Sun Eater. We're gonna bump up Hypo Shock, and I think that was. Well, let's bump up Kaizen. There we go. Well, it's not Nailu, but it's still desirable. Who's Libra? Oh, that's Yuko's. So Yuko's Libra. Inviolable Axe. I don't know how to say that word. Inviolable Axe. Refine. With skill refine. Reposition Noontime Distant Dart. Spurn 3. Joint Drive Attack. And Fury 3. Oh, speaking of builds. Is anyone getting anything off the TMS Hall forums? Anyone get any good builds that they're like, ooh, I'm going to spend a Form of Soul now? Hard pass for me. Okay. I mean, I like the TMS characters, but yeah, I wasn't able to get like anything good on them. So, waiting for Path of Radiance. Nice. When is that one? Is that one? What's the next one? I want to say the next one's supposed to be Sacred Stones, but I could be wrong. And then Path of Radiance would be after that one. Next month, I think. Okay. Oh, so then, yeah, okay. So it is Path of Radiance next. Because I forgot I know they did Blazing Blade, but I forgot if they did Sacred Stones already. It's the best person. Hey, look at you guys helping each other out. Alright, so we're going to go in for pass, waiting for the Yggdrasil Forma. Oh, that'll be a while still, right? Yeah, that'll still be a while. At least you can save up your Forma Souls for that. Alright, so we're going to go in, guys. Hard mode if no one needs to... Oh, let me update. So that way if you made any changes to skills or whatever, those will be in there. Let's go hard mode.
Costume parade.
And again, tomorrow I have no marching band rehearsal, so we can do a longer stream. We'll probably start out with Forging Bonds, so if you guys want to see the Forging Bonds part of it, feel free to come by. But it's going to take some time to get those tickets, so if you're busy, no rush in getting here. Or if you don't want to see me do Forging Bonds. And we have that Fey Pass thing now, so I guess it won't take too long. But we still got to pause for the story stuff. Wait, what's up? Oh, are you changing something? We'll get you in, we'll get the changes in for Lunatic. Dang it. Sorry, Vendetta fan. We'll get you in. Don't worry, we have 2 more difficulties to do. So if you need to change something, go ahead and change it now and make sure you do a battle to get it to refresh. And then I'll update when you do the Lunatic mode. Because those are the ones that matter. Those are a little tougher. And we do, I said we do predictions based on it. Landing on Sumiya, Self and Sumiya. Just kicking C1.
My apologies.
So yeah, make sure you guys, if you want to update for the next round Lunatic mode, make sure you do so now, and make sure you do a battle to get it to update. Also, Bernadetta fan, who's the character that you drew in the Archer channel?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you updated to Saros? Okay, yeah, so we'll get them in on Lunatic mode. Sorry, credit. Hey, tanking that attack from Tine. No problem there. You get Nailu next temple. Europe seems to be my most unlucky one. Ooh, that's Amici demolished that, what's her name? From Fates. Kyria destroying the Hinoka. Korn taking on Agma. They were taking on Hugh, no problem on the iPad. And Tine, no problem on the main. About to draw King. I don't. How do you say the name? Also, yeah, Burnt Dead Fan. Who's the character that you drew in Archer? By the way, guys, if you haven't done so, make sure you check out the Discord. !Discord if you haven't joined our Discord already. There is an Archer channel, and Burnt Dead Fan has been posting some sketches in there, posting some drawings. We also have a sub-only channel for those of you who hit that sub button, get that Tanuki tail next to your name. All right. My iPad's doing a better job getting these bonus kills here. So I just found out Seliph and Teen is a ship. Sounds hot. Nezuko. Oh, okay, demon form of Nezuko. Okay. Yeah, if you guys haven't done so, make sure you check out the Discord. Boom. Now I can do story quests on Asia or grind on America. So, Seliph and Teen is very popular, yeah. Alright, we're closing in on this fortress. Still don't have all the bonus skills on my main. My iPad has max bonus kills.
Do you like darkness?
Here we go, taking out this Titania. Best stealth ship is Ishtar. I think I'll just whale on EU from now on.
Wishing you the best this year.
Right. There we go. Both of them got max bonus kills, got all the camps, and took down the fortress all the way. Alright, so if you need to update anything, skills or characters or anything, make sure you do so now. And then we'll update. We'll do a prediction for this as well. Oh, I can already see Saros for Burn Dead Fan. Seliph and Joyous is better than Seliph and Ishtar. Can I change my... Yeah, do so. Make sure they're level 40 and have skills. And then I'll update in a moment here. Let me do a prediction though. Start a prediction. So let's see. Lunatic. Will we reach target score in the first try? Alright, prediction is open, guys. Cast your prediction. Will we reach the target score in the first try? Infantry week is generally fairly easy. Not as easy as Cav week usually. And usually not as easy as Flyer week, although we did have some trouble last week. But it's usually much easier than Armor week. Disappointed, so now I'm going to go cry in the corner. Aww. Again, I have no idea what it's like to get characters in Genshin yet. But yeah, guys, if you need to change anything, make sure you do so. Make sure you do a battle to get it to update, and then make sure you guys cast your prediction. Will we make it? When FP4 is remade in 12 years, I'm going to have Julia be the one to kill Julius. Ooh. Interesting. Well, that just reminded me. I really wish that the Star Wars sequel trilogy followed the books. Was it Legacy of the Force, I think? I think it was Legacy of the Force. Where Han and Leia's kids, they actually had 3 kids. They had 2 twins named Jaina and Jason, and then they had a 3rd kid, a son named Anakin. But spoiler alert, if you don't hear any expanded universe, aka Star Wars Legends spoilers, earmuffs right now. But one of the twins, Jason, falls to the dark side, becomes Darth Caedus, and Jaina, who is a Jedi, has to be the one to take him down. They're twins. Brazen attack defense 3 Sacred Seal. Oh, on your Saros? Wait, hold on, I don't see a seal on it. Let me update. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Bum, ba-dum. Da, 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 da. So in my chat, I have it set so like it highlights subscribers when you guys post in chat. So just FYI, if you're a sub, I see it. I see your stuff more. Finally, I just finished changing my lead. Okay, let me update here. Ooh, to the other Paula. Cool. So having the bad guy be Han's kid was the original plan. Yes, and that's why I was hoping that what's her face? What's the main character's name again? I was hoping that she would turn out to be. I was hoping like they were like kind of basically pulling. They were supposed to be like red herrings and stuff, and I was hoping that Ray, that's her name. I was hoping Ray would actually would turn out to be his sister. But the fact that in the end of the first movie, like Han and Leia don't recognize her, I was like, oh man, so it's probably not that. But yeah, I was hoping that they were basically just going to follow that, and then they would be like long lost siblings that got separated somehow. I don't know. I was hoping they were following that, but I still probably like Kylo more. Adam Driver is a hot man. But I mean, like, Kylo Ren, he seems to have been driven just by like just finishing what Anakin had started, but maybe he didn't realize that Anakin had turned to the good side. Darth Sidious is or Cadus, sorry, Cadus. I don't know how it's pronounced. Whatever. Darth Cadus' story is a little bit more interesting. And again, Jaina and Jason were twins. They I mean, it's not like they were separated at birth or anything. They knew each other. They trained together and all that stuff. And then, oh man, the story of their third kid, Anakin Solo. He was much more like his dad in a lot of ways, but he was also kind of like involved with everything. But there was one story that involved him and Chewbacca. It was actually Chewbacca's final story. Yeah. Update now. Vote now. Yeah, I just did another build for my Paula. So prefer the sequel trilogy to original. I don't. Still riddled with issues. Favorite still the prequels. Prequels are okay. So the story is good. The screenplay is not. But here's the thing with like the original trilogy. The reason why a lot of people like it more is because back then George Lucas wasn't this he wasn't considered like, you know, high and mighty at the time. So people always kept questioning his decisions and maybe going against his wishes. Like the cameraman was like, you tell me what you want, I will get the shot. Don't worry about what it looks like. I will get the shot that makes it look good. So George Lucas was getting frustrated with the cameraman. And then he hired Irvin Kershner to direct Empire Strikes Back. Often regarded as the best Star Wars movie. Because Lucas was too tired to direct it, so he brought in basically a mentor of his to direct it. And there was one scene, arguably one of the better scenes in the movie, where Han is about to be put in the carbonite, and Leia says, she basically proclaims her love. She's like, I love you. And Han was originally supposed to say in George Lucas's script, he says, I love you too. But when they recorded that scene, Irvin Kershner, the director, and Harrison Ford, Han Solo, Irvin Kershner was like, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like Han Solo. They recorded it like dozens of times, and they were going into overtime. They were basically into their lunch break. Like, all right, Irvin Kershner was like, all right, forget the script, forget the line, just be Han Solo, because he figured, okay, you know, Harrison Ford knows his character very well. So they redid the scene. Leia's like, I love you, and Han's like, I know. And then Irvin Kershner was like, cut, that's it. And then when they showed George Lucas, he was like, wait, that's not the line in the script. No, put the other one back. Did you record the other one? We got to do the I love you too. And Irvin Kershner was like, that's not Han Solo. That's not Han Solo. And he was like, all right. And George Lucas was like, all right. Well, did you record the other one? He was like, yes, we recorded the other one. So they showed both of them to test audiences. The test audiences loved the I know response way more. They were laughing, which George Lucas was like, I don't know if this is a moment I want people laughing at it. But eventually they were like, all right, fine, we'll just go with that. And they forgot about George Lucas's version, and that scene is a classic now. Without the prequels, Vader isn't a good villain. Anakin's story is what makes Vader interesting and not just a super powerful enemy. Sure, yeah. Although best of Star Wars isn't the movies, it's the Clone Wars. Absolutely. Well, okay, so the Clone Wars is it needs the movies to help set it up, but oh shoot, I'm blanking on his name now. But the guy who's behind Clone Wars, Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni, he was mentored by George. He was handpicked by George, in a sense, basically trained to kind of take over for him, because he knew and understands Star Wars lore better than almost anyone except George Lucas himself at this point. And again, he worked with George on like the original Clone Wars movie before moving on to like the show. So a lot of it is, again, he understands Star Wars lore really well. The way people treat the original trilogy as this perfectly planned. Oh no one does that. I mean, it turned out really well, but no, it's not perfectly planned. No one who knows Star Wars thinks it's perfectly planned. Just take a look at the beginning of Empire Strikes Back when Luke and Leia kiss. Wasn't completely planned, and that's blatantly obvious. Yeah, so George Lucas did write a 12-movie outline before the first movie. So he did plan out a backstory and an after story, because he needed to know, because again, he wanted to make it like those like Saturday morning serials where you kind of jump in the middle of a story, right? So he did have to write like a backstory and an after story as well. So he basically wanted to start in the middle. So he started with episode 4, and he skipped 1, 2, 3 because he was like, okay, this is gonna be all the exposition. He skipped the later ones obviously because he wanted to start in the middle. But they were just outlines and kind of just like overall ideas. They weren't a fleshed out movie. So when he had to go back and write these movies, actually when he went back to write Return of the Jedi, initially Leia and was not supposed to be sisters with Luke. Luke's sister was supposed to be another character, because like at the end of Empire Strikes Back, Yoda was like, oh, there is another, and then so they were basically after Return of the Jedi and they saved the galaxy. The original 789 was supposed to be part of the story of 789. It was supposed to be Luke searching for his long lost sister. But eventually they're like, all right, we don't have time for that, and I'm getting tired with Star Wars right now, so we're just going to make Leia Luke's sister. When they were basically creating Return of the Jedi. And then there was supposed to be a 10, 11, 12 at some point. Duke is still my favorite Star Wars character, honestly. I really used to like Star Wars growing up, but fanbase being toxic as it is has really made it hard to enjoy it anymore. Boy, time to beat the living crap out of Demeter. I think Ahsoka's probably my favorite character. We'll see what how they handle the live action version of the character. Again, I think Rosario's doing okay with the role. I really wish Ashley was given a chance at the live action version though. So I'm kind of salty about that. All right, chat, we're gonna update. Make sure everyone here has made their changes. Yep. So Bernadette Fan has got a seal on Saros now. Brazen Attack defense 3 seal. Nice. All right. So let's go, guys. This is BRB, guys. BRB.
ちゃんと頭で計算して勝たないとダメですこれ。はい。ペガサスは弓に弱いんですよ。弱いです。でも弓意外とお気に入りです。あ、弓気に入ってるんですか。はい。一個開けてこう。そうですそうです。できて。はい。もう人それぞれ駒の使い方が違うから。一発で行きました。ファイアーエンブレム新紋章の謎。 숨막힐 듯 다가오는 전란의 시대. 그들은 이 싸움에서 살아남을 수 있을 것인가? 교단이 감추고 있는 믿지 못할 정도로 큰 비밀은 살아가라 신념과 함께 세계의 나라, 세계의 반, 그리고 당신의 이야기 파이어 엠블렘 풍화설월.
今は何をしてやれるかわからないけど、きっと翼の力になる。いつきくん、私元気をあげられる歌を歌えるようになるから。芸能とは不思議なものだ。どれも新鮮で心が揺さぶられる。
ミラージュの仕業よ。
絶対に負けられない。行くぞみんな。
私たちはあなたなんかに負けない。いきまーす。
まだまだ
決めるわよ。凍えなさい。
俺の剣
いけるわね。
この一撃で
伝えてみせる。私の歌、私の思いを。
任天堂スイッチ幻影分録シャープ FE アンコール。
All right. You guys got your predictions in. Here we go.
Yeah!
Also for my AR, I should make it back into vault. I think I'm like... I'll have to check. I think if I lose 2 battles, I can fall out of making vaults, but I think we're past the point now where I can lose 2 before the end, but I think there was a window.
I
Like,
believe in you, Power.
this was as of like 3 or 4 hours ago, where if I lost 2, I might have not had enough. But then I still have another battle I can do tomorrow. Actually, I have a double and then a single I can do. So I should be fine.
I'll defeat you where you stand.
Again, tomorrow we'll do Forging Bonds to start, so if you guys don't want to watch that, again, we have Fate Pass, so it'll go through it quickly, but probably put down Genshin for a bit and finish Hall of Forms. Well, yeah, finish Hall of Forms, guys. That ends tonight. It's only 2 skills for Kyria. Who are you gonna form a soul anyone there, Kaizen? Sounds like you're gonna form a Kyria. Been playing Age of Calamity for 7 hours. I thought you said you beat us in Lupa. Or are you just doing like post-game stuff now? Oh, there goes Dimitri. Bye, Dimitri. Man, this Tine though. Does some damage to this corn as well. Oh my gosh, hold on, BRB guys. Sorry.
2 kingdoms on the brink of war.
Will you join Hoshida, the people you were born to?
Or stand with Nor, the family who raised you?
When every decision can mean dire consequences.
Where does your loyalty lie?
In blood?
Or bond? Fire Emblem Fates, Conquest and Birthright, only on Nintendo 3DS, rated T for teen.
This is Fire Emblem Awakening. The choices you make here last forever. So as you team up with allies on the battlefield to command your army of knights, archers, mages, and more, you better make sure your strategy is right on, because every decision counts. This is life. This is death. This is Fire Emblem Awakening, only on the Nintendo 3DS, rated T for teen.
Warring gods tore a continent apart. To achieve peace, you must lead 2 armies to victory. New treacherous dungeons await exploration. In Fire Emblem Echoes, each choice you make in battle could mean life or death. Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia, on Nintendo 3DS, rated T for teen. Warring gods tore a continent apart. Now, all of Valentia cries for help. You must command as Aum, battling forces who murdered the king, and guide as Celica, seeking to end the war before more blood is shed. Peace can only be achieved by leading 2 armies to victory. New treacherous dungeons await exploration. Now, more than ever, every decision matters. In Fire Emblem Echoes, each choice you make in battle could mean life or death. Heroes, Fight for peace. Fight for salvation. Fight for Valentia. Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia on Nintendo 3DS.
Rated teen.
I won't give up, brother.
Fire Emblem Heroes.
今までのファイアーエンブレムって仲間が倒れたりしたらもう二度と会えなかったんですよ。で全くいらないですよこのカジュアルモードっていうのは僕は。
いやいりますよ。やっぱ寂しいじゃないですか。こう復活できないの。
そんなファイアーエンブレムがファイアーエンブレムじゃないですよ。
なんでですか？一周じゃないですか。
体力がゼロになったやつが次おはようございますみたいな感じで。
ファイアーエンブレム新紋章の謎。
君には士官学校の3学級のうち一つを受け持ってもらうことになる。
先生
よろしく頼むわね、先生。
地獄を見せてやる。歴史が動く。
さようなら、先生。次に会うとしたら戦場ね。
任天堂スイッチファイアーエンブレム風化雪月。
Ignite the flames of war. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Only on Nintendo GameCube, rated T for teen.
Alright, sorry about that. We are back. Let's see, post game? Okay. I'm gonna use a soul on her. Yeah, I decided against Tsubasa since I already have a lot of competition for the Lance Flyers. Cynthia Fine is in like 2.5 weeks. Everyone redeemed their stuff in Mjolnir. It's almost over and we're losing at the moment, so max points. Yeah, I did mine. For, you know, there's counter phase. Alright, well the iPad got it just fine. Will the main? Looks like we have both camps on the main already. Ooh, my iPad did it by 400 points. But again, the only matters that your predictions are for the main account. If you guys need to make any changes for the final difficulty, the infernal difficulty, make sure you do so now, and we'll update before we do that on the main here. Well, on both of them, but... Oh, battle. Skyhawk taking out this Garrick, no problem. Someone defend that camp, please. Corn taking out Ogma. Are there any banners right now where you think I should go ahead and use my orbs and actually spark? Because again, they use up orbs, that's why I'm so hesitant to use them. But because I have Fate Pass, I can spark on any banner now. Are there any banners with a character that's like, oh my gosh, this character is like meta changing or something? Ooh, bye, Kyria. Right now she has Unity Blooms, Ruptured Sky, Attack Res Unity, Mystic Boost 3, and Attack Res 4, which is good, but not the best it could be. I want Attack Res Finish and Attack Res Tempo. Grima for sure. Well, the one that comes out tomorrow? Yeah, I'll probably go for her. Because it's a New Heroes banner and I'm going to be using orbs anyway. Well, no, I'm going to be getting 5 summons out of it anyway, so we could use orbs. But I mean, like, of the banners that are out today, are there any that are out right now, including revival banners, they're like, ooh, you should spark on this one, or at least summon for? 9 torches and 1 stamina outside of those, so 28 attempts. I think I'm out of stuff for Hall Forms now. Binding Worlds, I'm also out of the whatever they're called, the equivalent of torches. There's so many currencies in this game. But we still have 5 days left on Binding Worlds, so I should be able to get my characters up to level 100 or 99, whatever. Rima is the new meta for near save. She's way better than Vector even out of the box. What is it? Corrin, but Robin coming out now makes it hard too. But again, Grima's not out yet, right? But is there any character that's coming out Or sorry, any character that's out today, like right now, this very instant. The weapon plus free hardy fighter is actually nuts. I'd spark for Duma out of what's available now. He's probably the best far save in the game. Okay, I have 200 orbs. So if I spark for the Duma, I probably won't have enough for the Krima. Although we should have that one for at least another month, right? So I'll have time. That's the next best option. I could probably get them on my alts. I have like 1,000 orbs on my alts, not including my inbox, which probably has over 1,000 orbs. We can have over 1,000 orbs in our like little counter on the top now, right? So I should probably just redeem them all from my inbox and see how many I have, right? Because I think it goes up to 9,999 now, I think. Alright, we reached the target goal, guys. Congrats if you said yes. Choose prediction. Yes. I don't see why not. I mean, on my main, I don't know if I want to go for Duma and Grima. But again, my alts, I have a ton of orbs. Yeah, you don't see why not. So I should basically just redeem them. Or not redeem, like claim them from the inbox. Let's do it on the 10, because the 10 is just like my whatever account. Ooh, hold on, my max feathers. Maybe I'll do it on my own time. I have to figure out where to spend those feathers. If I had gotten Corn before Spark, I would have sparked Duma. But Corn's voice lines and spin are why summoned, so I went with her. And also Duma maybe on the all red AHR banner. Everyone else seems to want for some reason. Ooh, that's true. Howling Corn is pretty much another Blazeland. If you don't like Gale Force and prefer tanking, Duma is probably something you should invest in getting a copy at some point. Ooh, okay, good point, good point. There are some of the new faces for Omni tanks. So you guys, okay, so chat seems to say Duma is a good choice. Corn is a good choice. And by Corn, are we saying female or male? Which Corn I can imagine, which Corn and which Rosalina would take a pic together for a Halloween party? Which Rosalina? Is there a which Rosalina? Female? Okay. That's what I figured. Alright, chat. Infernal, not infantry. But also infantry units. Let's start a prediction. Will we reach it on the target score Infernal? This is usually the harder one, but again, it's infantry week, which is okay. It's usually okay, but if anyone needs to make any changes, do so now, and I will update in just a moment. Both those units are pretty dang good. Okay. So Duma and Corrin. Grima, because again, rearmed heroes are not in the general pool. They'll come back from time to time, but they're not in the general pool. That makes sense. Now, how long do we have Grima for? Or sorry, not Grima. Duma. We have them for 20 days, so I don't have to rush. Alright, basically you could snipe blue and red and won't lose out as long as you get one. Oh, and the Halloween banner? Yeah. Almost like a non-focus unit. No, but isn't it still cheaper to if you're going for the Spark, just to go for everything? Unless you think I can get either of them sooner than the Spark. Update, let's update. Yeah, okay. Because then, like, it's like, might as well get them all. But at the same time, I would be pity broken by, like, Male Corn or... Who's the other one? Alright, prediction's almost over, guys. Get them in, get them in, get them in. And we'll, oh, wait, we have 2 Lysithios here. One of them is just a filler, so if you put it in Burn to Defend, okay, that's fine. Don't worry, I'll change out this one. We can find, another red. Friend allies, friend allies. Let's see here. Let's put in, ooh, who put this in? Saint changed to a Tiki that wasn't there before. Over here, let's get fine. Alright, I'd like air on new banner, but to save money, I'm gonna just do full circle and spark green if I don't pull her. Yeah, I'll probably do sparking on the new banner if it were, because again, I would like whatchamacallit, Grima, and air would be nice too, just so I don't have to wait for getting them on a random chance. All of them are good since they have the new gen stats. Yeah, it's cheaper to full circle, but if you want 2 units from a banner, you should snipe if you have the orbs to do so. Once you get 1, then do full circles. Okay. I mean, ultimately though, it's only like 20 extra orbs, right? If I'm like sniping versus pulling full circles. Brave Lysithia. Yeah, we got your Brave Lysithia in. Nice, nice, nice. Hey, Drolo, you want in on Rival Domains? We're about to do the last one, Infernal. Let me know. Also, my lights just turned off. Oops. Alright, how you doing today, Dorolo? Welcome in. Maximum, you lose 20 for snipes. Yeah, so it's not that big a deal. I could snipe a few. Good, tired, but good. Yeah, I've been tired today, guys. So actually, I got a decent amount of sleep, but okay, I went to bed late, but then I woke up at like 7 a.m. because my coworkers from Marchman, who I saw like all day yesterday, they were typing in the group chat at 7 a.m. I'm like, what the hell, guys? It's Sunday morning. Go to sleep. Of course, 2 of them have young kids, so I get it. One has older kids, but whatever. But they were all and then I checked my phone. I'm like, I have 23 text messages. Oh my god, stop it. So I went back to sleep. And then I woke up again because they were texting again at like 9 o'clock. And I'm like, oh my god, stop it. Let me sleep. And I went back to bed. And eventually I woke up at like 11. I was like, alright, I've been in bed for like at least 10 hours. Even though I have yet to get a decent amount of rest. I'll just get up now. Sniping can potentially add full circles. Wait, can potentially add full if you have worst possible luck. And only pull 1 stone per circle, but it's super unlikely. Heard Helena Taylor once, Fanceboy. Yep, we were talking about that earlier. We were talking about that earlier on stream. Again, I'm probably still getting the game, most likely. But yeah, there's a lot of talk about that right now. It took over Twitter actually for a long time, which is surprising because Bayonetta is not, you know, a huge franchise. But in terms of like the voice acting world, yeah, this was trending on Twitter. Like Helena Taylor was trending, Jennifer Hale was trending, Bayonetta was trending, Astral Chain was trending, Platinum Games was trending, Kamiya was trending. Potentially add 40. Wait, 40? What the heck? Radiant's tired and didn't type the number. Are you sure? Okay, well, I do be a failure today. I mean, I'm a failure every day. I'm disappointed no new alt from Mario Kart Tour. Oh, you're disappointed? Imagine Vampire Wario or... what's this? What's what? Wasn't gonna get Bayo 3 before anytime soon, but now I want to get it more. Is this, I heard about 4K? Oh, the $4,000? Yep. Yep. Astral Chain. Well, okay, this is only trending because Astral Chain is made by Platinum Games, which is the same developer for Bayonetta. That's the only reason why it was trending. If this is gonna cause more morons to boycott, then I should buy it. I'm in the city right now at my sister's place since I have my next clinic visit tomorrow. And I'm celebrating my birthday in the city with my sister's girlfriend and a couple of our friends. Oh, nice. Well, happy birthday. Da, 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 da. Yeah, everyone's got birthdays like lately. Like BoShock just had their birthday. Kaizen's is coming up. Anyone else have a birthday coming up or recently? Would not be surprised Sega added again. Well, Sega just owns Bayonetta, but the people involved with the actual like development and publishing, that's Nintendo and Platinum Games. I don't think Sega has anything to do with this right now. Probably not. Bro, why Astral Chain? Can't they get Metal Gear trending? I don't know. We did it before with Ryan. Forward Konami. Yeah, but that was Platinum Games too, though, right? The Metal Gear spinoff. I can't remember, but anyway. All right, I rival you with Platinum. All right, anyway, let's update last time and ooh, who changed to Leo? Nucknewt. All right, update and go. Let's update and go. Let's see how we do. Since they worked on Rising. That's what it's called. I knew they worked on a Metal Gear spinoff, but I can't remember what it's called. Attack Res Tempo. Hey, congrats. Yeah, I'm out of torches, so I can't do anything else with the ones. All right, guys, off to grinding Age of Calamity. Be it Chrono if you Hey, hang on, some blue. We just gotta get through one thing, and then we're done. We're raiding after this, so stick around for a little bit more. Still got 24 chances. Are you gonna build another character if you get that last skill, or are you done? Are you just going for Kyria? All right, here we go, guys. You guys got your predictions in. And then let me start to take a look at raid targets here. Paula taking down wait. No, we shouldn't die. Oh, never mind. We had Julian had a special proc. So bye, Paula. Who's on? Let's see. Ketchup's on. Kyria taking out Tine. Wow, that's actually quite impressive. Libra taking down Null. Wait. Yes. Nice job. I am following so many people I don't even remember why I'm following them. They probably streamed Fire Emblem once. But I want grinding more to cure my addiction drugs. Well, hang on, Simple. We're almost done. Now I'm gonna just stop and take my Curio once again. Okay. I guess that's good for like sanity, right? So don't stress out about trying to get another character. Does the TMS banner, summoning banner, also end tonight? Is that still up even? Because again, I didn't get good skills on the characters, but I still don't have Kyria or Ellie. But I don't want to spend orbs, too many orbs on them. Because again, Duma, and Korin, and Garima. Dimitri taking down Hinoka, Leon taking down well, hurting her, but not taking her out. TMS banner doesn't. Oh my god.
Too brittle, too weak.
It's only here because, yeah, I figured. Chat, should I? I don't have a Kyria. Should I try to get Kyria? But they're in the general pool, right? I could probably get her. Oh, wait, aren't they all in the 4-star special pool? I could get them easily, right? Aren't they in the 4-star special pool? Okay, you don't seem like yourself. Went for another Howling Corn, but got AC Ishtar instead. Wait, AC? What's AC? Like AC Slater? By the way, they said they'd run banners for the characters for a rerun. So we could have had Baby Minerva on a banner, but people voted them out. Man. Since I played Breath of the Wild and Age of Calamity, thank God Rivali never joined Smash Bros. ACDC. Back it back. What makes you seem off? I'm tired, yeah, but I'm always tired. Oh, since he hit Rivali. Yeah. I mean, Rivali's a very, you know,
I won't back down.
prideful character.
My lucky day.
Ascendant, okay. That's what I assumed, but I didn't know what AC meant.
You can't stop me.
Like if you said ASC, I probably would have figured out. Okay, Ascended.
No mercy.
You got ACDC Ishar.
Here it comes.
You can't stop me.
I'm tired. I'm always tired. It's like Bruce Banner. I'm always angry. Can't spell. Oh, okay.
Gods forgive me.
Breakcrom. Hey, I need Duocrom. Oh, no worries, Bernadette fan. It's okay to. It's probably a good thing that you're concerned about people if something seems not right. Now, if they say like, "Oh, yeah, everything's fine," cool, everything's fine. But no, it's always good to be concerned for everyone's well-being. Imagine Sidon for Smash Bros. Fangirls would die of happiness. Good sleep isn't good for me. Oh. I try to get sleep when I can. So I don't want to go too late tonight, guys, because I do want to try and get a decent amount of sleep tonight. I'm not going to get a normal amount of sleep. But guys, after this week, Marching Band is over, and we can start streams earlier again, and then I can sleep on time, and I will be well rested. Although, wait a second, hold on. Oh, good. Okay, so this week is the last week of Marching Band, and the week after that is our day, like 4-year anniversary of streaming. So we should do some big stream for that. I want to say it's the 25th or 26th. What day is 1461?
This is my punishment.
Well, hold on, what's today? Today is 1452. Today is the 16th, so 52, 53, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60.
No mercy.
Alright, chat, what should we celebrate more? Do we celebrate the day that completes the 4-year mark? Or the anniversary of the first day of the streak? So do we stream like having completed 4 years, or do we stream the 4-year anniversary? Because those are two separate days. We complete 4 years on the 25th, which is a Tuesday. That's the day the next Hall Forum starts, and there's nothing else that day. Or the 4-year anniversary is on the 26th, which is a Bound Hero battle and a focus banner. Updates, which means we'll know Hall Forums and stats soon. I mean, it starts on the 25th. Time to load up Reddit and wait for a bit. Also, considering I dislike Constance, it's funny that I use the emote so much. I just don't have another laugh emote besides Constance and the standard one. Wish Impo would join, but maybe the next Smash Bros. if there might be. Oh, I guarantee there will be. I mean, I know Kaizen's like, oh, I wish there was. I hope there isn't. And I mean, I get why. But yes, there absolutely will be, because it is a cash cow. Let's see. See my girlfriend in 2 weeks. Oh, nice. Wait, you seen your girlfriend in 2 weeks? Like, as in 2 weeks ago, or you see them 2 weeks from now? Good sleep doesn't exist for me. Updates. Alright, that. Celebrate the anniversary more, in my opinion. Maybe a small celebration for the 4 years, like a hat, or mention in the title. I like turtles. Turtles are cool. Okay, can I say Hall Forums? Yeah. Alright, chat, we got the fortress, we got all the camps. This should be a win. This should be a win. Let's see. Next match won't have Waluigi since Nintendo. No, there will not be Waluigi. Hey, look at this, guys. Perfect run on the iPad. A near perfect run on the main. Well done, team. That is a win for those of you who voted yes. Choose prediction. Choose outcome. Yes. Well done, chat. Oh, you haven't seen your girlfriend in 2 weeks. When's the next time you see him? Volk, Jill, Shinnon, Base Ilyana. Oh, there you go. Polar, weren't you waiting for Path of Radiance? I was like, what am I saying? Volk, Jill, Shinnon, Base Ilyana. And out of like all the new skills that are available, who do you guys think will benefit the most this Hall of Forms? Like, who should I go for? Because this starts on the Tuesday, 25th. Again, basically the day of our day of reaching 4 years. But yeah, Kaizen says we should celebrate the anniversary more. This is probably don't know. Oh, are they always away, or are they like away for the time being, or? I mean, I imagine most people would go for the Shinnon, but I'm gonna just take a Jill. She's actually got a good preferred and some great skills that will help her a lot. Okay. Alright, guys, we did it. And we got Divine Dew for it. Nice. Update has been found, returning to title screen.
Fire Emblem.
Alright, now I gotta update, but I'm gonna be ending it anyway. Alright, chat, where should we go to? Catch up's on, playing Danganronpa. Ash Said Hi is playing Mega Man. Let's go to catch up. Shin's a lot better as fodder than as a unit, so unless you're a Shinnon fan, he's probably not worth. Volk may be worth if you like him at all. So Volk's probably okay. I mean, I think I have all the... Well, I might not have a Volk, but I think I have all the others. Liana's definitely a skip, in my opinion, unless you have her at +10 and not built for some reason. I mean, I don't think she's merged, but I think I have like 2 or 3 of those. I'm gonna call her sometimes. Right, but I mean, like, is she always away, or is this like a new thing, like where they're away for some reason, like they're traveling or whatever? Are they usually away? Rewards. Alright, but guys, yeah, we're gonna wrap things up here. Some Bloopa once it gets to Age of Calamity. So we're gonna do this raid now. As usual, guys, copy the sub raid command. Oh, not usually. Okay, so you're used to seeing them all the time, but now for right now they're away at the time for the time being. Well, I hope we get to see them soon. Did everyone do Mjolnir? Yeah, guys, make sure you do Mjolnir if you haven't already. Well, no, it's done now, isn't it? Did we win or lose? The event has ended. Yeah, if you didn't do it, it's too late now. We win. All right, copy the sub-raid command, guys. Do it. If you don't have it, make sure you redeem your channel points to do so, or you hit that sub button. Help support the stream. So again, if you help support the stream by hitting the sub button, you get a whole bunch of Fire Emblem emails, and you get access to our sub-only channel in Discord. Which chat it up in there. If you can't do that, you can use your channel points. Otherwise, you can use the regular raid command. Make sure you join the Discord to use said sub-only channel. Follow on social media. But we're gonna raid catch up. All right. But again, sub-raid command. Sub-raid. Hildebonk. And again, maybe test it out in the chat. See if you have that sub or not. If it doesn't work right, then you make sure you use your channel points to get that emote, just like I did right there. But otherwise, yeah, you guys have a good rest of your night, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'll try and stream a little longer because we don't have Marching Band tomorrow, but we'll see. We do have the New Heroes banner. We do have the story chapter, and we do have Forging Bonds to do as well. So you guys have a good rest of your night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.